tax which has been pushed on the liter on a kilo of LPG is obviously going to make consumption worse. Already, as I did indicate, LPG consumption is on the decline. Since October, when prices started rising, LPG consumption in Ghana has consistently declined. If you look at November, we did 35,000 metric tons. In December, it came down to 29,000 metric tons. In January, it dropped further to 28,000 metric tons. And in February, we did 26,000 metric tons. This is before the introduction of this new tax of 18 pesewas per kilo. So obviously, when the 18 pesewas is slapped, consumption will further decline. And this totally defeats government's own objective of trying to increase access and penetration of LPG from the current 25% to 50% by the year 2030. His Excellency the President, through the Ministry of Energy and through MPA, has set a target for LPG sector, and he wants us to double consumption of LPG by the year 2030. Currently, we are at 25% penetration level, and the President wants us to double that to 50% by the year 2030. But as the saying goes, you cannot eat your cake and have it. You can at one breath seek to increase the consumption of the products, a mass product like an LPG, and at the same time, you go behind the back doors and introduce taxes on that same product. LPG is a product with an elastic demand. The only way you can deal with such a product, the only way you can grow consumption of such a product is to reduce prices. You reduce price, you attract a lot of consumers into the consumption net, so you can expand consumption. But we see government doing the opposite. The government is acting against its own objective by going ahead to introduce a tax on the product, which will eventually lead to an increase in the price of the product. Because this tax is directly, the incidence of this tax is directly on the consumer, and the consumer will have to pay at the end of the day. We think this is going to be worse. This is not going to be good for Ghana. That is why we are appealing to the President, to the government, to take a second look at the introduction of these taxes and scrap it. And if possible, they should even look at the existing taxes and see what they can do about it, so we can bring the product down to the ordinary Ghanaian. Throughout the West Africa sub-region, Ghana pays the highest price for LPG. There is no country in West Africa that pays as high as Ghana does. Nigeria is doing about 5 cedis. Côte d'Ivoire is doing about 4.5 cedis. Mali is doing about 4 cedis. Burkina Faso is doing about 4.8 cedis. But in Ghana, we are doing as high as 6.3 Ghana cedis currently. And we believe an additional 18 pesewas on a kilo, tax on a kilo of gas, will only aggravate an already worse situation.